In this video, we are looking into two high quality DD based IMs. Both share a lot of things. Both have modular cable, two tuning nozzles, and a lot of accessories with them. The first one is Falcon Ultra, priced at $220 and 200 when on sale. This one is the older one with a lot of praise from reviewers for its technical abilities and transparency. This one is a fairly balanced yet W-shaped IM. It does not emphasize any part of the spectrum, while the mid-range is slightly in the W shape. The other one in this comparison is the Fiio FD15. This one is priced at $150 and is slightly less serious when it comes to technicality and details, with very good musical abilities too. This one too has two tuning nozzles and the set of accessories are fantastic. If we talk about the cables, I definitely will have to say that Fiio FD15, this one has the better looking cable, because if we look at the Falcon Ultra cable, you guys can definitely see that the FD15 is a lot more premium looking cable, and this one is a well behaved cable too. This one has lesser memory, does not tangle much, while this one is very memory prone, kind of bouncy. The Q-Lite cable is not the best, even though this one is the more expensive one, while this one is the slightly cheaper one. If we look into the IMs too, this one is the more beefy one, heavier, but fairly comfortable. No issues with the fitting or anything like that. I like the build quality too, and it looks very good. No issues there. But as I have already mentioned, this one is slightly on the heavier side. This one houses a bigger DD2, 13.8 mm dynamic driver with a 8.6 mm voice coil. So the hardware inside this one is not bad at all. It incorporates Tesla valve, 1.5 Tesla of magnetic flux too. So yeah, this one is loaded with tech. While the Falcon Ultra is no slouch at all. This one has a 10.2 mm DD, I believe, and has a slight bit of assistance with a passive kind of duct and stuff. So this one is no slouch at all. Very good technical abilities, made out of stainless steel, and you guys can see if we compare the sizes, Falcon Ultra is the more compact one. Both are very comfortable inside the ear, no issues with fitting or anything like that. And since they have a glossy finish, they are slightly prone to smudges and stuff, fingerprint and stuff. So yeah, that is one thing one can think if they are concerned about the appearance and aesthetic. If we talk about sound quality, both are similar when it comes to their signature, but the presentation is different. Okay, there's a bit of difference. They are not exactly same. While the FD15 is well balanced, this one is not exactly great when it comes to sub bass. Okay, sub bass rumble of this IM is below average. I'm not exactly liking the sub bass quantity or quality of this IM. This is decent, no problem with being decent, but there is nothing special about it. If a track has a lot of sub bass, you will get decent amount of sub bass, but if there is a subtle sub bass note, it will be muted on the FD15. While the Falcon Ultra, on the other hand, has a very good sub bass presentation. This one delivers one of the best sub bass in this price range while being well balanced. You guys can say that it has very good sub bass extension, very good rumble, but this one is a bit smaller when it comes to the area. Okay, the area of the note is a bit more smaller on this one, but decay is very similar on both of these IMs. They are fast, they are quick, and they are very good when it comes to dynamic abilities, but somehow this one sounds a bit more dynamic. It can hit a array of bass notes without much issues, while this one can at times sound a bit mid bassy and upper bassy. Okay, upper bass notes like kick drums and that kind of instruments are a bit more dominant on this one, while this one does not prefer that kick bass and slightly harder notes with the bass. While this one, if we move on to the mid range, this one is the more pleasing one. Vocals are a lot more comfortable, a lot more cohesive with the FD15. It has a bit more accuracy with the tonality too. Male vocal sounds very good, kind of throaty too, and female vocals are not sharp either. We get very good texture, very good feel of the throat, and the movement of the voice is very good with this one. There is no sharpness to worry about either, so yeah, this one handles the sharpness and clarity with a very good balance. While the Falcon Ultra is a bit on the sharper side. This one is very good with the clarity and transparency, but it does not focus on cohesion or a lot of timber. Okay, a lot of texture. So this one is a bit on the sharper, slightly thin side, while delivering very good clarity. I will not complain about the clarity. This one is more finishing definition, while this one is slightly more forgiving when it comes to the sharpness and that kind of stuff. So both are very good, no problem with anything, but pick which is closer to your preference. If we move on to treble, that is where Falcon Ultra is a fantastic IM, given that you can handle the energy, the extra bit of transparency and sparkle. Okay, keep no doubts, even if we look into the lower treble range, it has the energy, it has the aggression, it has the extra bit of bite, extra bit of attack that delivers fantastic clarity and definition. It does not add extra bit of details, but it definitely has that extra bit of engagement factor. Given that you can handle the energy and treble, this one is fantastic. We get very good air between instruments, very good definition, and instrument placement imaging is fantastic on this IM. If you like treble, if you like airy treble, very good extension, you are not afraid of a bit more energy, then Falcon Ultra is fantastic. It has very good contrast of back and foreground, but that is where the FD15 is slightly better. Okay, I will tell you when I pick up the FD15. So this one is fantastic with the treble, no questions about that. If we talk about the FD15, this one is a bit more subtle. This one has the advantage of being a bit more subtle. Okay, it has a better contrast of back and foreground instruments. That is slightly baffling, given that this one is more technically capable, while this one is very good when it comes to the subtlety. It can hide some notes behind the foreground act, and that kind of feels very cohesive. Okay, that imaging is more evolved, more developed, while Falcon Ultra can feel slightly flat against the FD15. I do not mind that FD15 is slightly lacking with the extension, but this one has the cohesion factor. This one sounds a lot more pleasing. This one has that extra bit of feel good factor. It does not strain you, it does not try to make you pay a lot of attention. And if we talk about stage 2, this one has a taller stage, very well developed tall stage. I like that layered presentation too, very good layering, and the imaging is very good too. No issues when it comes to stage or anything like that, but I definitely would have liked a bit more extension. Triple extension should have been slightly better. If we talk about the stage of Falcon Ultra, this one is more rounded with very good width. Okay, this one does not have a lot of height, but the width, it is fantastic. I like the width of this IM, and the imaging, as I said, can slightly can feel slightly flat, but it is very good. No problem with that. As I have already mentioned, very good distribution of instruments and imaging. So both are very, very good IEMs. What you have to keep in mind that what you want. If you want a lot of accuracy, if you want a lot of clarity and details, you should go for the Falcon Ultra. This is the better IEM if you want transparency, clarity, if you have uh, a lot of need of details. Okay, the transparency, the energy, the on your face kind of feeling is great with the Falcon Ultra, while the FD15 is a more pleasing IM. Okay, it does not try to be on your face, yet it has the right amount of clarity, it has the right amount of throatiness, and it mixes it with a very well developed presentation. Okay, when it places subtle notes on the background and some forward notes, it kind of feels very well developed. It can deliver a very uh, evolved stage, and the transient effects of instruments is fantastic too, no issues there. While this one can do the same, but this one doesn't have that subtlety. It kind of feels a bit flat there. Yet I used HipDAC 2 for this, and this one kind of feels slightly lacking with that subtlety. So you guys can feel lacking subtlety, bit on the sharper side. So you guys can guess that yeah, no source is going to make the Falcon Ultra feel smoother and warmer. So yeah, it does not respond a lot to the source, while the FD15 is not the best when it comes to details or clarity and everything, but it is a well-rounded, good sounding IM at this price range. So this is it. This is my comparison of two high quality IEMs in the $200 price range. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.